Where's your son? Where's your son? Okay, we got it. EMS is coming.
Okay, slow down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can we take over? Can you step out? Thank you.
What happened, son? It was a dream.
Started as a nightmare, or so he thought. A young boy woke to find himself holding a knife, his twin sister lying lifeless before him. Confusion, terror, and disbelief collided in a single moment, a moment that would unravel the life of a family forever. This was no ordinary tragedy. This was a mystery of the mind, a chilling question of intent, and a horror no one could have predicted. Benjamin Elliott and his twin sister, Megan, were 17. Growing up in Houston, Texas, they were inseparable, close friends, constant companions, and trusted allies in a world that often felt too large for teenagers to navigate alone. Their family life seemed ordinary. Their parents, Michael and Kathy, fostered a home filled with creativity, support, and a shared love of outdoor adventures. Knives and camping gear were common household items, part of the family's passion for nature and survival skills, not instruments of harm. By all appearances, the twins were thriving. Benjamin was intelligent and focused on his future, planning to study mechanical engineering, while Megan, sensitive and artistic, had found a voice through drawing, writing, and online communities. Life seemed calm, predictable, even safe. But safety, as it often does, proved to be fragile. In the early hours of September 29, 2021, the tranquility of the Elliott home shattered. Benjamin awoke in the dark, disoriented and confused. Somewhere in his bedroom, a knife, one given to him just hours earlier by his father, was in his hand. In what he would later describe as a dreamlike state, he attacked. Megan, his twin, was stabbed twice. Panic surged as Benjamin realized what had happened. He attempted to help her, pressing a pillow to her wounds, calling emergency services, but the damage was already done. By the time paramedics arrived, Megan was beyond help. Benjamin, shocked and terrified, was removed from the house in handcuffs, his parents watching helplessly, struggling to comprehend the horror that had erupted within their own home. The scene was unimaginable. A close-knit family torn apart by a tragedy that seemed to defy understanding. Authorities faced an impossible question. Was this murder intentional, or could a person truly kill while asleep? Benjamin himself claimed he had no memory of the stabbing beyond the fleeting feeling of the knife. Investigators, prosecutors, and sleep experts grappled with the phenomenon of parasomnia.
I fully expected her to come back and say, he's got schizophrenia, or he's severely bipolar. When she calls me up, she said, Wes, he's fine. It blew my mind.
Abnormal behavior during sleep, which can include sleepwalking and, in rare cases, violent actions. Benjamin's history offered some clues. As a child, he had experienced episodes of sleepwalking, observed by older siblings and friends. The family's medical history suggested a genetic predisposition. Yet, the gravity of the act, stabbing someone multiple times, challenged conventional understanding. Could a teenager, seemingly normal, intelligent, and caring, commit such a violent act without conscious awareness? The legal process was slow and complex. Experts conducted extensive sleep studies, monitoring Benjamin's brain activity, heart rate, and body movements, searching for evidence of parasomnia. Findings revealed obstructive sleep apnea, a condition that can disrupt normal sleep and trigger abnormal behaviors during deep, non-REM sleep. Benjamin's rapid transition into this stage suggested that a sleepwalking episode was possible during the critical moments leading to Megan's death. Yet, prosecution experts argued that the act required deliberate and complex actions, removing a knife from its sheath, navigating the house, and attacking a sleeping sibling.
The next question is, did I even want to deal with this? My first reaction to this is, well, who else are they going to go to? I mean, within the field of sleep medicine, this is what I do.
Tasks unlikely to be performed unconsciously. They cited his precise actions and the lack of instinctive defensive behavior typically seen in sleepwalking-related violence. They painted a portrait of intent, a conscious decision, and a crime committed with awareness. Defense experts countered with psychological and neurological evidence, emphasizing the rarity but documented existence of violent sleepwalking. The defense narrative focused on Benjamin's character, a devoted brother, intelligent, empathetic, and with no history of aggression or motive.
Likelihood genetically is higher to have parasomnia, specifically non-REM parasomnias, if there are other family members that have had that.
The story they presented was one of misfortune, of a mind betrayed by the subconscious during the most vulnerable hours of the night. For the Elliots, the aftermath was unbearable. They lost not only Megan but also the sense of safety within their own home. Benjamin, meanwhile, experienced profound guilt and fear, aware that he could not guarantee his own safety, or that of others, if such an episode were to recur. The family installed alarms, stayed vigilant, and sought therapy and support to navigate the incomprehensible tragedy. Friends and extended family described the twins as inseparable. Benjamin had always been protective, caring, and responsible. Megan had trusted him implicitly, relying on him for guidance and comfort. Their bond, which made the stabbing so difficult to imagine, became central to the defense's argument. This was a boy who loved his twin, not one who harbored any ill intent. Benjamin Elliott's trial began years later, with the world watching a case that challenged the very definitions of accountability and consciousness. The courtroom was filled with tension. Jurors struggled to reconcile the evidence with the human stories of love, loss, and inexplicable behavior. Experts debated fiercely, presenting opposing theories of intent, consciousness, and the rare phenomenon of violent parasomnia. Ultimately, the jury had to answer a question far beyond science. Could a 17-year-old, loving twin act in his sleep in a way that resulted in murder? Despite the defense's efforts and the detailed sleep studies, the jury found Benjamin guilty. The sentence, 15 years in prison, a decision tempered by the belief that no family should lose both children, yet carrying the weight of irreversible tragedy. The case remains a haunting reminder of the fragility of human understanding, the dark mysteries of the subconscious, and the unimaginable consequences when ordinary life collides with the extraordinary anomalies of the mind. For the Elliots, every day carries the memory of Megan, the absence of her laughter, and the complicated reality of living with Benjamin's conviction. For Benjamin, every moment is a reckoning with actions he insists he did not consciously commit, a lifelong struggle with guilt, grief, and the limits of human understanding. The story of Benjamin and Megan Elliott raises questions that may never be answered. How much of our behavior is truly under conscious control? Can tragedy arise from the subconscious without warning? The Elliott's home, once a place of laughter, creativity, and shared dreams, became the stage for an unthinkable event, one that leaves a permanent scar on the family and the community. Even now, the questions linger. Could sleepwalking really lead to violence of this magnitude? Or is it a chilling tale of fate, circumstance, and the fragility of human life? For Benjamin, Megan, and their parents, there is no closure, only the haunting reality of a night that changed everything, forever.